Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. My name's Angel and today I'm doing my first installment of finishing series I'm in the middle of for 2025. I want to do one of these a month this year to kind of keep track of my series and make sure I'm making progress on at least 3 to 4 of them every single month. I haven't made it yet, but I'm gonna make a little tracker that at the end of every video, I check mark off which ones I finished, which I'm working on, all that fun stuff. And we have a very dense, exciting fantasy lineup for this week, so let's get into it. First up, technically starting a series, but not really. This is Ship of Magic. This is the first book in the Live Ship Traders trilogy. However, it is the 4th book in the huge Realm of the Elderlings. So like book 4 of like 16, I think. But technically book 1 in this trilogy, but book 4. Next we have a Sky Beyond the Storm. This is finishing off the Ember and the Ashes quartet. I'm so excited about this book, but I do have a lot of mixed emotions because I feel like my thoughts on the series so far is not what everybody else has said, where typically for me, like actually, like the first book I loved, second book went downhill a little bit for me, and then third book I really enjoyed. I think typically it's like kind of like an upward trend. I've heard nothing but like great things with the entire series, but I have heard people who ride for this series and gave every single book before this 5 stars, give this one 3 stars. So I'm a little bit scared. We'll see how it goes, but I'm excited. And lastly, we are tricking on for my Harry Potter rereads, so we do have Goblet of Fire. This might be my favorite book in the entire series. I remember when I was reading, and like even when I watched the movies, this is when I really started caring about and loving. This is it for me. Ready for the best part of all of this? Like the best part, you see these? I have all of these in multiple formats. You ready for this? If you guys didn't know this, because I didn't know this about till like a month ago, the entire Harry Potter series is on Kindle Unlimited. So that's one, ebook and physical, nice. Ship of Magic, I did buy the ebook for $2.99 when it was on sale. I think it might always just be $2.99 actually. Like the first book in the series to get you in, and then the rest are more expensive. And then also this one is free with Audible. If you have Audible Premium, the audiobook is free. So I have this one as a physical book, ebook, and audiobook. And then Libby pulled through this one because I got my Libby loans just the other day of the audiobook and ebook for this as well. So we have all 3 for this one as well. It is stunning. I'm filming this Monday around 7:30, and I actually have started Ship of Magic. I started today. And look at this book. You probably think it was like 500 pages, I'd say, right? It's like probably what you think. It's like 500-page book. It's like decent. 820 pages. Lies. So I've read this much and I was like, ooh, it's 116 pages, but it looks like nothing. But I read that so far. I'm hoping I can read all 3 of these by the weekend, by Sunday, just a little 7-day reading vlog. I normally do 5-day reading vlogs, but this one I feel is gonna take a little bit longer because these books are all dense fantasies, and also ones I don't want to rush. I just want to enjoy these ones, so I think I'm going to take the full 7 days to do this vlog, see where I get and what I get up to, but I'm going to go keep reading Ship of Magic. I'm really enjoying it so far. Hi friends, it is Tuesday night. I read up until page 157 yesterday. It's not as much as I really would have liked to, but still like a good chunk out of here. I've read 200 pages today though, so I'm doing a lot better. It is about 7:30, 8 o'clock at night now, I believe. I did some reading in the morning. I did audiobook tune from work, read a little bit on my lunch break, and then also for about like 45 minutes or so now, I'd say. I'm loving the story so far. A lot of people said it is very slow. It's kind of like the same way that Assassin's Apprentice was. I know it's like the first book in her series now, and now it's like I know what to expect going into her work, and like I'm more prepared and I'm enjoying it more. A lot of people rate this book 3 stars, from the rest of the series 5 stars. And so this one's hard to get into because like all the characters are more like gray. I don't really like them yet. It's not really that like development. And they pretty much said it's like an 800-page setup for the series. However, I'm actually enjoying a couple of the characters, which I'm supposed to, but like Althea, that's her name, yeah. I like her so far. Maybe I'm not supposed to, but I enjoy her character. The only thing is I was like, oh, maybe read one more chapter and then watch my show. Tell me the next chapter is over 60 pages. There is no need for that. That's one chapter. No need. And I got a story to say. You can break it up into 2 parts. Listen, I can't do long chapters. So I'm probably gonna watch some of my show and then read this chapter. And that also might be it for today, because I'm already past the halfway point, or I might read 1 or 2 more depending. Hopefully it's not as long. Oh, next is like, see, then the next one is like 18 pages, much better. But if I could finish this by Thursday the latest, and then get into the next 2 books, that'd be great. Because the next 2 ones are YA, and I feel like I'll read a little bit faster. I'll get them both done by Sunday still, but I'd like to get them done by Thursday the latest. Hold me to it. It is now Thursday night, and I have not updated you since at some point on Tuesday. Tuesday I did really good reading. I read 334 pages on Tuesday. I'm in over halfway. Then yesterday I only read 99, but it did get me till here. But now I have not read today because I was at work and then went to my other job, and then super exciting, there was an author signing in my area I didn't even know about. And Sue and Tan came to near where I am. You guys might know her name from these guys. Daughter of the Moon Goddess and Heart of the Sun Warrior were 2 5-stars for me last year. So she signed both these for me, which is incredible. These are the first signed books I've ever had. No author's ever come near where I am. So she signed them. As you can see, it's stunning. And then she could personalize one for you too. So she just put a quote from the book, I think. So this is like, Dear Angel, and there's a little quote on there, and she signed it, and I'm just on such a high going home from that. But it is past 9. So I'm not sure how much I can really read. However, I am so amped and hyped. But the problem is I'm amped and hyped, and I just want to read this book because I'm so excited about it now. But I do want to finish up this vlog first, and then dive into this immediately afterwards. But I am actually really loving this book so far. I'm so torn because when I first heard about this book, everybody saying this was like a 3-star and it's like a big setup for the rest of the series. And like, yes, that does seem like there's not like a bunch happening, but the thing is I actually just really enjoy the characters. I think it's not a universal experience. So he's like, I don't like these, but I just, not that I like them as people, I just find them so interesting and fascinating, and I love the whole set of like pirates and all that. I think I've really read, I'd say, any fantasy books in my adult life that deal with like pirates. So I find that really entertaining. And dare I say I'm liking this definitely a lot more than I liked Assassin's Apprentice when I first went to that trilogy. So this one can also be like, I'd say around spicing around a 4-star depending on how this ending goes. And when it goes onwards and upwards from here, I'm very excited because I've heard Mad Ship is like incredible, which is book 2. But I have about like 230 pages left of this. Definitely not finishing it tonight. I would love to bump out like at least 100 pages and then finish it tomorrow. That means we only have 2 days for the next 2 books, so this was taking me 5 days. But in all fairness, today was a very jam-packed, exciting day. And then just like, I didn't really have much time. It seemed like on my lunch break, I was like getting things for this book signing. I was grabbing the book and all that stuff. And then, you know, like between shifts, I was getting ready, and there just wasn't any time to read. So that's my excuse for today. I had a really exciting event, but alas, we will try again tomorrow and hopefully do better. I'm really working on the double tomorrow, so we'll see how it goes. Here, you guys are currently like on my stovetop. I'm sorry, this is what we're doing right now. I just finished up a Magic, and it was, I think, 4-star I'm gonna stay with. Don't ask me what day it is because I literally just didn't update you guys yesterday because I'm like, this is embarrassing to keep being like, oh, I'm gonna finish it today and then not. So it's Saturday night. I just finished it now. So it took me 6 days to read, but also it is like an 800-page book, and I was working, so I want to give myself some grace in that sense. Now I'm torn on which book to read next. This vlog is supposed to end tomorrow. It's not gonna end tomorrow now. It's probably gonna end, I'm hoping for Tuesday is my new goal, if not like Wednesday, the absolute latest. So we do have A Sky Beyond the Storm, and I'm kind of motivated to pick up this one because I just saw Emmy reading it one of her vlogs, and she was like, her reactions were going off. So just like to kind of finish this one off. But then also Goblet of Fire. This one I'm kind of stuck on because I've only ever read this series all the way through once. It was when I first started as a kid. Every time I've tried to reread this, which has been 3 times probably, I stop at this book because this is my favorite book plot-wise, my favorite like movie plot-wise. Remember the beginning of this book? It just, I don't like it for some reason. Like when they're at the Quidditch match, it takes like a really long time to get through that, and then actually even like the setup to get into the games. So I don't know if it's the right choice for right now. I might do Sky Beyond the Storm and then pretty much kind of just like try to audiobook this for the beginning and then read it near the end. Plan. Guys, it is Monday and I am just home from work. I left my update Saturday night saying I was going to read, and I did not. I read for a little bit yesterday. I got, I think it's page like 120 of A Sky Beyond the Storm, and then I read probably another 30-ish pages today. There's like 2-3 chapters on Kobo maybe. And then I drove around a lot today, like going to and from work, and also I was driving around my lunch break. And so to make it to page 130 already on Goblet of Fire, just to listen to the audiobook for just my drives. However, this book is like 630 pages, so I still have like 500 to go. I think the game plan is read as much as I can physically of this tonight, ebook this whenever I can, and then maybe even try to ebook and like finish tomorrow, because my ebook I'm listening at like 2.25 times the speed, I think. It says I have like 7 hours left, so technically if I just like listened a lot, I can finish that one pretty easily. Good, because it's like non-stop and short chapters, so I feel like I'm flying through it quite easily. And then I feel like listening, we're kind of like at the end of that first little beginning chunk. I told you on Saturday night that this beginning chunk is always like the hardest part of this book to get through for me, and I always quit before I even finish the book. I think listening to this whole part on audio really helped. Probably gonna listen up until at least till I get to like Hogwarts on audio, and then I might start reading physically depending on when I finish this. But I think it was a really good choice to listen to this part on audio because definitely helped me get through it. I think everyone knows there's like those games that happen in this book, and I swear to God they don't take place like around, they don't even start to like over halfway, and I'm like so alas, I'm going to watch some booktube to get me in the mood to read a little bit more, and then probably pick up this guy for hopefully like at least an hour or 2 tonight. We'll see how much we get done, but I have hopes I can finish or get very close to finishing this tonight. My friends, little update for you guys. I did finish A Sky Beyond the Storm last night and it was so good. I think it's probably about a 4.5 star for me personally. I'd really enjoy it. I think it might be my favorite of the series, that or Reaper in the Gates, the third book. I'm happy to have a series completely checked off now because I love when I get the satisfaction of finishing one. And then also now in Goblet of Fire, we are, I feel like 200 pages from the ending. I'm on page 442 of this. This is my favorite Harry Potter book, I think content-wise, because I do love games and like a trial kind of situation. And we are finished the second task now. We literally just finished that, and then we're getting into the third, which I will stop for the ending of, obviously, because I never don't. For reading vlog coming up, I'm gonna be doing a dice chooses how many pages I read. And so if I get a really high number today, I'll probably finish this in that vlog also, like have them cross over a little bit and then start another book too. If I do a really low number, I'll probably still read this today outside of that vlog and then just read for that vlog with a different book. Does that make sense? Alright friends, we're gonna outro this video quickly because it's been going on for far too long. By far too long, I mean like a week and a half, but still too long for me. I finished 3 books in this vlog, so let's go for some rapid fire thoughts. So I read the 4th book in a 16 book series, but technically it's the first book in a trilogy. So I kind of started one, finished one, and officially hit over the halfway point of one. Ship Magic, I think I'm gonna settle on a 4-star. This one, like, I do agree it was pretty slow and it mainly was set up for the rest of the series, but with that being said, I did love the setup that she did and I do think I'm really going to enjoy the rest of the series. I definitely enjoyed this one far more than I enjoyed Assassin's Apprentice when I first read it. That book was a slow dredge for me. This one I actually really enjoyed and I found the storyline interesting, although it was slow. And I heard somebody say that a lot of the characters were like very unlikable and you're really like supposed to root for them, but there was a couple in here I actually really enjoyed. Sky Beyond the Storm, I think it's a 4.5. is what I feel like in my heart. I'm not sure if I like this one or Reaper Beyond the Gates more. It might be honestly Reaper Beyond the Gates. Like, I thought this was a very solid conclusion and I felt like gutted but satisfied, if that makes sense. That was a good end. This is definitely a thing I'm gonna have to go back and reread. It's one of those series that once you finish it, you want to go back and reread it and kind of like see if there's anything else you missed. I think it's gonna be very interesting to go back and probably annotate as well. And then Goblet of Fire, I'm gonna say it's like honestly 4.75 or a 5-star. This one for me is like, even when I was younger, I remember this is my favorite Harry Potter story, like I've said a million times, and the ending will always get me every single time. And I am nervous because, like I said, I don't think I've read Order of the Phoenix or any of these books onwards since I was like literally 7 years old, because I read the series for the first time when I was in grade 2, I believe. Crazy. And then I've always tried rereading it and I always get halfway through this one and then I stop. I just like give up. Pretty much what always happens is I start my reread and like spring hits, and once spring hits I'm done. So I'm hoping I read Order of the Phoenix in February and like hopefully even maybe Half-Blood Prince too, so that I'm done by March. We still have snow here in Canada sometimes till like April, so typically spring's like late April, beginning of May. I didn't finish my series tracker. I know, so I'm gonna finish it during, I think I'm gonna do a book stuff video for February. I'm gonna make it during that, then I'll update at the beginning of my next installment of this where this finished me, and then look at the rest of the series and what we have going on. This is a very fantasy heavy vlog, so if you guys watched all the way to the end, put a dragon emoji just for fun. As always, if you like today's video, please like, comment, subscribe. I'm also on TikTok at Angel's Book Corner, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.